Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Bathani, and as always, I am joined by the wonderful Tommy Saudi.
That's me.
And the cantankerous Tony O.
Morning, boys. Or should I say good evening, Uzair? Yeah.
Well, you're just going to let cantankerous slide off there? What the heck? Come on. What does that mean? I need to know.
Educate us, Uzair.
I cannot deal with... cantankerous just means someone who's very riled up, very upset. I don't know why I've used it to describe you on a weekend where you've had a lovely time.
I'm not gonna be.
But clearly, you opened with the good evening, and
Ebening.
You deserved it.
Ebening.
I said evening. I said evening. Trust me, my friend. I said evening. Unai Emery haunts my dreams.
Count Unai. You were making fun of the Count last week, and he's come back to bite you. So. Yeah.
I will level with you. I watched this game with my good friend Alex, who's an Aston Villa fan, and I told him before the game, this is Emery's first game with Villa. It just feels like a huge trap game. I don't feel good about this because Unai Emery always does this to us. You know what our last meeting with Unai Emery was?
Europa League
final.
Oh, yeah.
David De Gea missing a penalty. The fact that it gets to David De Gea missing a penalty is a special kind of torture. And he's done it again. Count Von Count looking motherfucker has done it again.
Nice of you to make it, Tommy. Yeah. Lost in the wilderness again.
We can just talk about United and Emery and all that. I'm down for that.
We will get to that. We will get to that, my friend. We will get to that. But that wasn't the main event this weekend, was it, Tommy? The main event was you actually joining us for a podcast while not being in Kingston.
Hey, I couldn't miss that game, and then I couldn't miss talking about how great Chelsea were, right? So,
it really seemed like you were trying to.
This man looked at the schedule, saw that Chelsea played Arsenal, and was just like, let's line up a weekend out of town.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm learning that that's what you should do, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to miss this game. I kind of wish I did. But the fact that it was early on a Saturday actually worked out. But it was torturous, I will say. I'm beginning to now come to the Tony sort of what he used to do when he was waking up for the Arsenal games was just look at the starting lineup and judge by that whether to watch the game or not.
Yep.
And I really should have just went back to bed. When you see the lineup that we had coming out, especially when you see Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek together in the midfield, you just know it's going to be a bad game. And that was a very rough watch. I think you guys were talking in the pre-chat, you're saying, oh, did Loftus-Cheek even play? And I don't blame you for forgetting that he was on the pitch, yeah.
What position did he play?
I mean,
midfield.
Yeah.
In fairness, Tommy, I think you could say that about a lot of that Chelsea team. Did Aubameyang play? Did Sterling play? Is anyone actually playing on Chelsea's side?
The Sterling, Havertz, Aubameyang attack.
Havertz played this game.
Yeah, Havertz played, Tony, believe it or not, yeah. That attack is got to be one of the most dreadful trio in the Prem, like in terms of chemistry, in terms of creating chances, shots, like it's depressing to those three. Just they don't work together, and I don't know, like is Potter like blind or something that he just keeps thinking these guys are going to start just clicking and working. But
well, you say is he blind?
Yeah.
What are his options?
No, yeah. To be fair, we have also injuries, but we also have very little depth in attack.
Problem,
yeah,
isn't it, Tommy? He can't just wave his wand and fix everything.
I think that's what we were hoping. We were hoping for something like that. But
you're hoping for some Potter magic, okay.
Some Potter magic, but yeah, we don't have that depth in attack for sure. I mean, bringing Pulisic on, he's not been having a good time, and
he's a wing back.
We're losing. I know, yeah. And the fact that we lost Reece James and just recently Chilwell is pretty disheartening as well. It doesn't really help us
We
But
joked
yeah,
last year that your entire attack were your wing backs, but it's true, right?
it's true. It is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the one thing I hate the most is just there's no creativity in the team, especially especially from the midfield. But like when you have, like let's say Reece James and Chilwell in, they provide a lot of creativity, and yeah, it's coming from the fullbacks, but at least they're providing it. When you don't have them, it is as uninspired of a team as you can imagine. And yeah, I love to sit here and debate Tony about like, oh, this should have been had this, but we didn't have much. There's not much, man, on our end, really. It was all Arsenal, to be honest. There's not much here to really. I mean, you just see Cucurella hugging Xhaka on the goal, just wouldn't let him go. That's probably the biggest talking point that I have.
But his
game,
man didn't score. His man didn't score.
His man didn't score. Yeah, fair play to him then. Okay, but yeah, it was honestly, the goal was pretty weird. It was just. It just like left by everyone.
The defending on that.
Thiago
That ball
Silva
bounced all the way through.
Yeah, everyone just left it. It was so weird to see. And this game actually kind of made me miss Kepa because Mendy had some real questionable plays from the back. It was nerve-wracking, especially in the first half.
Can we just take in? It is November of 2022, and we've come all the way back around to Kepa.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying
the guy now.
Yeah, I can't believe I was saying that I actually wish I wish we had Kepa in net because there were times in that first half. Yeah,
is Kepa going to the World Cup?
Maurizio Sarri is smoking a cigarette and is furious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is Kepa going to the World Cup? I don't know who their keepers are, to be honest. Who does Spain take? I know they didn't take De Gea.
They have
I'm imagining.
They have Simon, right?
Simon was their keeper during the Euros.
The Euros didn't have a great tournament, but he was there. Yeah, strong chance he goes if he hasn't been selected already. But yeah, this game. I was telling a buddy of mine, this is the first time I think since 2004 that Arsenal have gone to Stamford Bridge, and I've just comfortably felt throughout the game that they were the better team. Like, we've had a lot, like, Stamford Bridge has actually been a pretty decent hunting ground for us. I think we've won our last 3 games at Stamford Bridge. But, yeah, it's just weird. I never felt in any danger. Aubameyang with his little, it's nothing personal, promotional video was ill-advised. He was terrible.
Yeah.
He had 8 touches in the entire game. 5 passes attempted, only 3 completed.
Hey, Tommy, you guys are looking to replace Lukaku. Looks like you just did.
Yeah, like for like.
Right in.
Like for like. Got an older version. Yeah. Sterling, to me, he just doesn't look like a guy who wants to be there, man. I don't know. I know he just got there. Especially since Potter arrived. Has he scored? When was the last time he scored a goal or did anything?
I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Chelsea.
Do you think some of the confusion within the Chelsea ranks just comes from how kind of weird their recruitment was over the summer, and then firing Tuchel before he had a chance to actually like put those pieces together? Like, I like Graham Potter as a manager, but you know, a lot of the players over here were brought in this summer by Tuchel. Like, if you look at the attackers, like the front 3 of Havertz, Sterling, and Aubameyang. Sterling and Aubameyang were brought in this summer by Tuchel, and then Tuchel's immediately sacked as soon as the transfer window is done. Like, what are they supposed to think with a new guy coming in?
Yeah, I mean, you know who hasn't seen a single minute under Potter? Hakim Ziyech hasn't seen. I don't think he's seen a single minute. I know he wasn't recruited, but like.
To be fair, was he seeing minutes under Tuchel?
Yeah, season? He was. The last 2 games under Tuchel, he played. He was terrible, but he played. But he hasn't seen a single minute, and we have so many injuries. Hey, there's a guy that may be able to fill in and bring some creativity to the side. Nope, not even a sniff.
I back Potter keeping him on the bench because maybe it'll make him rusty for when Canada play Morocco.
Yeah. Did he get back in the team? Because he had a big falling out with the manager there
I think
well.
he got back in.
He got back in? Okay. All right, fair enough.
Those alarms are going off.
I'm not sure, but
It's on my end. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Once,
so unprofessional.
it's not
Yeah.
me. Let's move on.
Hey, wait. So
Oh
we're
yeah,
not gonna
give
talk.
give Tony
Jesus
his little
Christ.
bit of
Sorry,
his
I'll
moment
give
here.
Tony
Yeah,
his
yeah.
time. I will go grab myself
Yeah.
a drink or something. Give Tony his time.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna come on and I go, but we were talking about right backs, right? Like England right backs, and who's gonna have a spot on that? Who's gonna have the spot? I don't know. Ben White never gets a mention, and I feel like he's been one of the players of the season for me. Like, he was sensational in this game. I know Thomas Partey is gonna get a lot of like credit and William Saliba, but I don't know. I just thought Ben White was fantastic in this game going forward in his little tucked-in role in midfield. I think he should be on the plane, personally. Doesn't really seem to get called up, but yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think he's been brilliant. Gabriel Jesus as well has
you
been.
You forget that Ben White is unfortunately not one of Gareth Southgate's boys.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to have any of his boys available these days. So
That's the thing. I do think Ben White should be on the plane, especially when you take into account all the right backs getting injured. So there's not as much competition anyway. And I do agree that he's been very good this season. It would be weird if he got left out of the squad at this point.
Was he named to that 55-man provisional squad?
I don't know. I have no. I didn't look. I didn't check to see. Who
I
was
hope
named.
so. I hope they didn't.
It's the stupidest thing
that.
I've ever heard. 55-man provincial. Like, make up your mind. What you doing? But anyway, yeah, Zinchenko is brilliant. Jesus, he's been fantastic, even though he cannot score anymore. It's just absolutely dried up. But hey, we keep winning, and he's a big part of that. So yeah, but. You know.
Yeah, top of the table. Are you guys top of the table? Yeah, you are top of the table. Yeah.
What a question. Funny enough, I saw this morning that the Brazil squad's kind of been decided, and it looks like Jesus is going, but Gabriel misses out, unfortunately. So
Which Gabriel?
Both. Well, if Jesus makes it, the other two. It looks like they're both going to miss out. It sucks for them, but not too surprising.
Good for Arsenal, but, they get a bit of a break. But I disagree with that selection, if that is the case.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right, we can move on now.
Okay, do I have your permission? Are you going to yell at me again? Are you going to set off more alarms?
No.
No. You can move on.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, Liverpool 2, Spurs 1. Liverpool looked very good in a couple of spells of this game, and then they were helped along by Spurs shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of England, what's his name? Southgate's boys, Eric Dyer.
Oh, Eric Dyer.
Yeah, he's not good. I'm sorry. Just what is he?
Am I allowed to even make a Dyer pun, or is that too easy?
I think I made that already on not on the pod, but in the group chat. No. Yeah.
In fairness, you do think all my puns are Dyer.
There, he got it anyways.
Yeah, it's determined to.
Just have to work the angle differently. You know?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that style there. Actually, you should
I don't know.
try and work that more.
I was trying to kill it, but anyway.
Can't kill what's already dead.
I don't think it's dead. That's the problem. But yeah, Tottenham. I don't know if they were good because they were behind. I couldn't actually fault their performance in a way. They had quite a few injury issues.
Decent in this game.
Yeah.
I thought they were decent. Like the two efforts that come off the
Perisic
one that came off the bar,
Then
and I can't
Alisson.
remember who put one off the post.
So Perisic had one where he completely fluffed the header, and then it hit Alisson's face and deflected onto the post, and then he had the one as well that smashed the crossbar.
Oh, it was Perisic for both of them.
Yeah. So
yeah, didn't make the most of those Paris situations.
Jesus.
No.
I really enjoyed that one.
Oh god. Yeah, he's not a wing back. I don't care what anyone said. Like, he's not a wing back. He's
Well,
a
he
forward.
was playing as a forward.
Yeah,
in this one.
he's always been a forward. Just because you get slower doesn't mean you play wing back. Like, yeah. Anyway,
Hey, it's nice to see that Kulusevski's come back from his injury. Welcome.
Basically a minute back, and he's already creating goals. Like, they've really missed him. Harry Kane, he's just a clinical finisher, man. But yeah, Salah's brace was enough. I thought Nunez was decent. It was kind of a Nunez game. Like, on the counterattack, he was pretty dangerous. Still scuffy with his kicking. Couldn't strike the ball cleanly, but I think he creates the first goal, right? Am I saying? He has the assist for the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think. He does get himself into some very good positions.
Yeah, his movement's
and he
excellent.
gets himself into those good positions very often. So even though he does squander a lot of those positions, he just needs to get a few of them right per game, right?
I think he has like 7 or 8 goals this season, which is not a bad return.
It's exactly what I said would happen. I said
Yeah.
he'll get like 30 goals this season, and each one of them will look like absolute shit.
Yeah, but yeah, just looking, he has 3 in the Premier League, 3 in the Champions League, so not a disastrous return. If he had cost 40 million, probably wouldn't have been much of a problem. But you know, yeah, good win for Liverpool. They needed it.
I mean, drags them up the table a little bit as well.
Are they in the top half now?
Yes. Hey, in fairness to them, they were already in the top half.
Oh, really?
They just happened to be 10th.
Okay.
Yeah, it
No,
looks.
but they're all the way up to 8th now.
Yeah, just right behind Chelsea.
Seriously.
The battle for 7th
Jeez.
place right there, eh? Chelsea, Liverpool.
Wow. Chelsea are having a wonderful season. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's like what, 2 points from 5th.
From 6th?
No, fifth, and yeah. There's a little bit of distance now going up between Newcastle, but that's a bit worrying. But whatever.
Do we go
And
to?
we will come to Newcastle.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, we have Man United to talk about.
Yeah.
That's how you want to glance over that.
Alex, if you're listening, this one's for you. Aston Villa 3, Man United 1. Yeah, I honestly, Unai Emery, why do I ever have to see this man again? This man tortures me. He haunts my soul. He haunts my very being. I look out the window at night, it's Unai Emery. I open my laptop in the morning, it's a good evening. It's just, he's everywhere. He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And, yeah, game... Basically, like, in terms of the actual game, we lost it in 2 10-minute spells at the start of each half. The team selection was weird.
Yep.
A lot of it was injury enforced. Donny van de Beek played instead of Bruno Fernandes, and he had a Ruben Loftus-Cheek of a game.
Nice.
Genuinely, I forgot he was playing until he got subbed off.
I just look.
Yeah, Rashford on the right doesn't work. We really miss Anthony out there. Ronaldo up top looked rubbish. Fun stat. He now has more fouls than shots on target in this Premier League season.
Wow.
He's up to 7 fouls, 6 shots on target.
That is a Lacazette stat if I ever heard one.
That is a very Lacazette
Yeah.
stat, and you know, it's a sue to that. Yeah.
Can you make a pun? Whereas you had lack of threat. Is there a similar one you can do for Ronaldo now?
You just Ronaldo don't.
Ronaldo don't.
Just don't. And yeah, and like, I mean, we know what Victor Lindelof is centre back. You can see them target that channel between him and Dalot a lot.
He's not good, Lindelof.
We know that.
Not good. Yeah.
We know that. But the problem is, like, the only other guy on the bench is Maguire, and if Bailey is roasting Lindelof for pace, he's going to roast Maguire too. Side note, Leon Bailey, very good game.
Yeah.
Really nice finish for that first goal. And good eye to spot that space that had been vacated by Lindelof, wandering into midfield, chasing a guy who's going away from the goal. What are you doing, my friend? Where have you gone? Do you have a visa to go that far away from where you should be?
Casemiro was slow he was slow to fill in.
Yeah, Casemiro was slow to fill in that gap as well.
Yeah.
But basically a breakdown over there leads to the first goal. What was the second goal? Oh, the second goal was a free kick.
I saw something weird where the ref...
The wall was very far back.
Yeah, so the ref, he did a 10-yard pace for Villa's wall. Like, you know how attacking teams are putting...
I saw like a little graphic on Twitter that he basically did all the Pythagoras, and United's wall was like 15 yards from the ball.
Yeah,
Villa's was 10. I was just like, that's not right.
It was weird, and he did the same thing for United as well. United had a free kick, and I don't know why Ronaldo is taking free kicks in 2022. Like,
honest to God, when they were lining, when
Eriksen was
kick,
beside
just
him.
Let Eriksen take it. Just let Eriksen take it. He's a great free kick taker. And then Ronaldo's lining it up, and I watched this game with a couple of friends, and they can testify to this. I said, this is going either into the wall or into Rosie, and lo and behold,
I don't even
max it. Not even to the top of the wall.
Yeah, right in the
Halfway
middle.
Up the wall.
And
someone just giving someone like an ab check.
It's just, and the wall was really far back. It's I don't know. Yeah, signing of the season according to Tommy, but
Hey, do you think in training he actually makes
Nope,
Subs.
I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, there's no way you can tell me he's scoring more free kicks than Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes. Like, no chance. I thought this game came too soon.
I would put Luke Shaw on the free kicks ahead of Ronaldo at this point.
Yeah, I'd put De Gea on free kicks ahead of Ronaldo at this point. He'd probably beat the
wall. Get him
over
the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So won't come back down, but yeah. I thought this game came too soon for Garnacho. I don't know, maybe it was just the circumstances.
It was just I think we were just fully out of attacking players at this point.
Yeah.
He had a good game in the Europa League, and I don't hate them giving the kid a shot, especially when we're down a lot of players.
Yeah,
so,
I guess Elanga's just done now.
He's just not it.
Yeah.
We played him in the previous game, I believe, and he was just
rubbish.
Mid, which is what he is. He's a squad player, so I'd rather give the kid with some raw talent. He's only 18. Good opportunity for him to learn. So it is what it is. I'm not too upset. Villa deserve their win in this one.
I haven't seen this formation since Emery's 4-2-2-2. Those Arsenal days, the dreaded box. Wow.
Oh, Rangnick tried it for like a game last season.
Oh, right, that's true, because that was his favorite formation in Germany. Yeah.
Yep.
The dreaded box. Worked yesterday. Ramsey, he's a player I really like. Jacob Ramsey. Nice finish for the third goal. Before we move on, I guess, I don't know if Tommy, you've seen this, the Martinez elbow into the chest of Leon Bailey.
I have not, no.
Yeah, he elbowed him twice. The second one, I think Bailey had to come off. Am I right? Insane? Like, I don't...
No, Bailey just stayed down for a bit and then got up.
Okay,
he came off, but it was like 10 minutes later.
You think he was faking it?
Oh no! I think he was actually hurt. Martinez caught him very nicely with those elbows.
Yeah, it's a red card.
But I think he just got subbed off later, as just a general like change in tactics, freshen stuff up. I don't think he got subbed off because of the elbows. He was hurt, but he was also fine after.
Okay, well, I thought it was a red card, but I don't know.
I enjoy the expected shithousery increase that United have had this season.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. Martinez. Yeah, gets away with a lot because he's tiny. I think.
He's exactly what I wanted in Argentinian centre back.
Yeah, shorter Rojo.
He's let's give the man credit. He is 10 times the player Rojo ever was. Rojo was great. Rojo was great, but not for football reasons. He was just entertaining.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Let's move on.
Let's move on. We have Man City with a man down beating Fulham 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Erling Haaland's back. He has an offside goal and an actual goal. Did you enjoy the one weekend we didn't have to deal with Erling Haaland?
I did.
Well, I still captain him that weekend in fantasy. Away. Just in case, you know.
Yeah. You never know. Not a terrible strategy. I don't hate the strategy.
Yeah. I just.
But was it a pen for you guys?
No.
The one on KDB.
It looked a pen in real time. I think as I was saying, that's exactly how I felt. It was just very quickly. It looked like an ill-advised. It was an ill-advised challenge. I can't remember who conceded it, but
was it Robinson?
It might have been. But on the replay, you can see De Bruyne. He absolutely throws himself to it. It reminded me of the Jesus one on Thiago in the Liverpool game, where it's ill-advised, but he's absolutely made the most of it. Right? Like he's won it. He's bought that pen, but yeah, and Leno should have saved it. Should have saved that.
Once he goes the right way, how that gets under him, I do not know.
Yeah, Haaland doesn't go high. I'm surprised he kind of was anticipating more height on the penalty, but yeah, I think Fulham have a lot of regrets. They retreated quite a bit at 1-1, despite Cancelo getting a red card. At the end of not even at the end of the first half, like
half an hour in.
Yeah, half an hour in.
I would say Fulham retreated, but City did not look threatening until Haaland came on, and then they had that one goal that was like marginally offside and got chalked off, and then the pressure just kept building and building until you eventually had the penalty.
They missed Mitrovic.
The hold-up play is just not there without him.
Yeah, Vinicius wasn't great in this game. Yeah, it just kind of highlights like. The only chance we have is if something happens to that fucking Terminator up front, honestly. Because once he's on the field, it feels inevitable that City will find a way to win games.
Tony, I was going to ask, do you feel like you're in a title race?
I mean, we are in a title race as far as
I know, but like
the
different. But like you said, with Haaland in City, it's inevitable. But like, do you actually think Arsenal have a shot of going toe-to-toe with City for the rest of the season?
I don't know. Like, yes, as far as we've done it so far, right? Like, there's no reason for us to... We've basically... The thing that was thrown at Arsenal is we hadn't beaten anyone decent. Now, you can still argue that we haven't beaten anyone decent, but we've played the teams that, you know... the teams that annually give us problems. Chelsea... away, well, used to. Liverpool, we hadn't beaten Liverpool in years. We beat them,
Don't forget about your one loss this season.
Yeah, United was a big regret, I think. That was a game we should have.
I have no regrets about it.
The big regret for us. I think, look, Arsenal, we're going to play Liverpool, City probably in January. That game hasn't been scheduled yet. The City-Arsenal game at home will be informative, right? Here's what I think, truly. If we want to win the league, or have a proper chance of winning the league, we need reinforcements. We have 3 attackers that have devastation, like Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. We have absolutely no backup for any of those players. None. Smith Rowe, he's injured, and he can't be trusted fitness-wise. And then the rest of them, I mean, we have Eddie Nketiah, for God's sakes. He's having a terrible season. And that's about it. So, yeah, we need at least one player who can come in for those guys, we probably need another midfielder in January as well. So that's my thought. But if we are in April and we are still there or thereabouts, why not? You know, you can only try at this point. Yeah, I don't think the City team is perfect. I think you take away one piece and they look pretty ordinary. They looked ordinary without Haaland up front, right? And their depth is not that great. It's not. Grealish, he's having a terrible... He's just not very good. As a forward, he's not very good. Mahrez is having a terrible season. They sold Sterling, they sold Jesus, which is their depth on the wings. So, yeah, they have problems.
I mean, if we're mentioning Grealish, we're borderline contractually obliged to mention Miguel Almiron. And he scored again. Yeah. I think this is 6-7 in a row now. Newcastle beat Southampton 4-1 at St. Mary's. And when I say beat, they destroyed Southampton.
Battered them. Yeah.
Is it our weekly reminder that Newcastle are the real deal and top four is definitely there for them?
I don't think it's there for them. I think they're going to do it.
They're comfortably entrenched in the top four right now. They're third with 27 points, 4 wins in a row, and
they are better than the teams below them.
They've been the third best team in the league so far.
Look at the top 3 teams. They've all lost 1 game. Everyone else has lost 4 games. Look at their goal difference. Their goal difference is comfortably better than most of the teams below them, right? And all their underlying metrics are really, really good. Not even most, better than all 17. And goal difference is usually a good indicator of league position. So, I think Newcastle are here. They're not coming. They're here as far as Champions League football goes. And I tell you what, they're going to buy in January. So...
They're going to buy next summer as well.
I'm talking this season. I'm talking this season.
Next season could be when they... I don't think they'll stay in touch for a title push this season. But next season, I think it might be there for them.
Most likely not, but if they get a star in January...
Tell you what I didn't think... You might be right, because...
Yeah.
All games are stopping for a month. They're not coming back until Christmas. So if they buy someone, let's say, start of January, we're only going to be 15 games, 16 games into the season or something.
Exactly. And they don't have European football as well. So they're going to be the freshest of the bunch. So, they're just getting better and better. I think they're here. I think so. I mean, I'm at the point where I think they'll make Champions League football. I think the rest is a battle for who's with them. So, but...
Top battle for 4th again. Here we go. Every season. This time 3rd is locked up. But, Newcastle... You know what? Back to Almiron. You never call this guy out. That's what we're learning. Because he will punish you.
Yeah, Grealish has some cheek calling anybody out. But... Yeah, Almiron's having a fantastic season. Chris Wood scored a really nice goal in this game. I mean, when Chris Wood's scoring, you're...
It's truly the end times. Yeah. And, I mean, I guess it was the end times for Rob Hasenhüttl, because the man who's been, on the hot seat for what feels like 2 years now, he's finally been sacked. Where will we go for our 9-0s now?
Oh, Southampton still.
Oh, yeah, they'll still be there. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was Bournemouth that got slapped 9 earlier this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that South Coast is pretty generous. So.
Very welcoming. Lovely day out for the boys. But, Hasenhüttl finally gone.
4 shots on target, 4 goals for Newcastle. That is clinical.
Yeah, that is clinical indeed.
That Bruno.
Worrying times. It's worrying times for me at least.
That Bruno Guimaraes, he's been a transformational signing for them.
He is the perfect first signing for them, wasn't he?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I guess technically Trippier was the first signing. He's also been unreal for them. but Guimaraes has really transformed them.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't realize we should move on, but I didn't realize how good Eddie Howe of a coach Eddie Howe was, and now I truly
this
know.
guy, look,
yeah,
he was
this
brilliant.
guy brought Bournemouth from like
League
2
One
all the way to the Premier. They were League 2. They almost got dumped out of the Football League altogether, didn't they?
Okay. I thought it was League 1, but you might be right. Yeah, you tend to be.
Whatever it is, he got them down from there all the way to the Premier League and managed to keep them in there. Like, man deserves plenty of respect.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Leeds 4, Bournemouth 3. The most chaotic game of the weekend. At what point, like, Jesse Marsh. I fucking love watching this man on the sidelines. At some point, I expect him to just ascend to the heavens via bald eagle. Yeah, it looks like new manager, same old Leeds.
Yeah, it was a struggle to keep up, honestly, with this game. Leeds scored first, then went on to concede 3 goals, like deservedly so. Bournemouth were really good, and then all of a sudden, was it Greenwood? Sam Greenwood scores a stunner from the edge of the box, and yeah, they have a habit of collapsing.
Everything just
they have a habit.
The moment that Greenwood goal goes in, all hell just breaks loose in the Bournemouth defense.
It reminds me of the Tottenham game last week.
Yep.
Basically, they battered Tottenham until they conceded, and it's like they just lose all confidence in themselves. They conceded another goal from a set piece. Cooper was it that scored the header? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, good.
I mean, Crescencio Somerville, what a time this boy's having. He's, 21, I want to say?
He's got a great name.
And
Great name.
wonderful football name.
Yeah.
Like, it's great when a commentator gets to yell Crescencio Somerville. That's just perfect. That's exactly what you want in a footballer name. And then, I mean, he's scoring the goals to match it.
Is he English? He's Dutch, right? Or something like that? I
think he's Dutch.
Yeah. That Somerville throws me off. But, yeah. Anyway, good win. I like Jesse March. Like,
I really enjoy him.
Yeah.
I like all the bald eagle jokes aside.
Yeah. There was a lot of there's been a lot of talk about him, like comparing him to Ted Lasso and all these stereotypical jokes, but
it's a lazy comparison.
Yeah, it is. When you consider what he's done, like, they were right on track to get relegated. He kept them up. And, it's not like they have unlimited resources. They lost their best players in the summer. Yeah, he's got a fighting chance, I think, of keeping them up. What are they up to now in the table? Do we know?
Yeah, 12th place.
They're 12th, yeah. So, I mean, listen, they're not out of it yet. They're, just looking now, they're only 3 points above the drop. But, yeah.
They are managing to pick up results when their backs are against the wall, though. And that's a huge quality in a team that's battling relegation.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another team that is battling relegation, and that's Wolves. They lost 2-3 to Brighton. Had a man sent off again. And conceded a late winner. And also appointed Julien Lopetegui as their new manager. He was obviously not in charge for this one, but I assume he'll be around for next weekend's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good manager. Hey, didn't Lopetegui leave a team just before the World Cup, last World Cup? From what I remember, was it Madrid and he went to Spain? Is that what he did?
I mean, he didn't leave. He was sacked. But
he was sacked.
He was in charge of Spain, and he agreed to take over.
Oh,
Madrid.
yeah, that's what it was.
So Spain were like, absolutely fucking not. You can just leave.
Yeah. Lopetegui.
So I guess we hope that Real Madrid don't come calling.
They can come for Lopetegui. I mean, if they want, they can. But I don't think that's gonna happen. His reputation is pretty much in the doldrums after that. But hey, listen, Wolves need him to turn that ship around because they're, yeah, I don't know. When you consider the talent they have, for them to be level on points at the bottom is pretty insane.
Yep.
Yeah, but he is a manager with pedigree. He did a pretty decent job at, I almost said Wolves, at Sevilla. So, yeah, if he can bring some stability to the ship, I think it's a pretty boring appointment personally. But Wolves tend to be boring in everything they do, so not surprising. But, yeah, it's if they keep going this way, that gap can develop between themselves and safety, right? So they need to deal with that quickly. But
On a quick note for Brighton, good win for them, and Kaoru Mitoma has looked very, very bright. Just another possible gem unearthed by the Brighton scouting department. I think he's going to be very fun to watch. He's going to the World Cup with Japan, and yeah, he's just looked very, very good. I think he scored his first goal for the club in this game.
nice accidental pun there by Azar.
Got you, baby.
Mitoma looking bright for Brighton. Yeah. All right. We can move on.
We'll move on. West Ham won, Crystal Palace 2. A late deflected Olise winner in this one, sealing the deal. West Ham losing again after a night in Europe.
My favorite bit in all this was Olise's interview afterwards, where they said, describe the goal to me is like, yeah, Zaha passed to me and I scored. That was basically it.
In fairness, not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, did you enjoy it? Yes. Was that a good win? Yes. All right. Thanks for chatting with me. See you later. It's just, yeah.
I love those interviews.
Yeah. But, yeah, West Ham maybe suffering similar effects to what Liverpool suffered last season in terms of being exhausted with the amount of games they played. They're just, yeah, they don't.
8 losses already in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's not great.
Rough start.
Yeah.
I mean, it's especially bad when you look at the teams around them picking up points, because Leicester managed to beat Everton 2-0, and Yuri Tielemans is, oh my god,
bangers
he scored
only.
Another banger.
Bang.
It's just ridiculous set of goals that this man has.
Yeah, he's back to his best. He's always been a fantastic striker of the ball. Yeah, available on, well, at least at the end of the season on a free. Might be a bargain pickup for Newcastle.
Can start having talks with other clubs in January. I'm just saying.
Other non-British clubs, but you know.
Oh, it's non-British, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shame.
But yeah, you'll end up at Newcastle, and yeah, it's just terrifying.
Man, Newcastle really feel inevitable, don't they?
Yep, and they don't even have their Haaland yet, so
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, if Isak and Wilson keep up the rate of scoring that they have, they might not need it.
Yeah, they didn't score in this game, so they're not keeping up. So
Didn't Isak score in this one?
No,
Or is he
he's
still injured.
still,
Yeah. Chris Wood scored, man. Keep the man his due. Yeah.
Sorry, it's very easy for me to confuse Chris Wood and Alexander Isak, as
Yeah.
you all know.
Uh-huh.
Let's move on to our last game of the weekend. Nottingham Forest 2, Brentford 2. A late own goal by Brentford, giving Forest that draw.
What a scramble.
They needed a point. They
Yeah.
needed a point. They got a point. I mean, they need plenty more.
I was
than that,
gonna
but,
say,
yeah. It's a start. It's a start.
Yeah, they need all the points they can get, I suppose. But, Jesus, look at that goal difference. Minus 20. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, they're in trouble, man. They just don't look. Their defense is terrible. For all the signings they made, I don't think they bought any decent defenders. So, but hey, good spirit. They keep on fighting. You never know. They might pull off a Houdini at the end of the season.
Maybe 11 of their 22 signings will gel. Who knows?
Was it Harry Redknapp that did the Great Escape with Portsmouth? Oh no, that was with West Brom.
That was
That was West Brom.
Wait, was the Great Escape with West Ham? Was that the Tevez time?
No, it was West. It was
I
West Brom.
thought it was Sunderland.
No, they were bottom at Christmas. They were the first team to be bottom at Christmas and stay up.
Was that not Sunderland?
No, I think it was West Brom. I just can't remember who the manager was.
I'd believe it if it was either Sunderland or West Brom, because those are the typical teams that you expect to find bottom of the table at Christmas.
Yeah, but Forest needs something. They need something like that. Definitely, it was Portsmouth. Okay, it was Portsmouth actually.
So, so another 10 players in January is what you're saying?
No, they just need Harry Redknapp. Bring back Harry Redknapp.
Bring him out of retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
Get him wheeling and dealing in January.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, it's not looking great for Forest.
You had some fun words to say about Dean Henderson before the podcast. Would you want to drop them in?
Oh, not a fan. He's just not a fan. He's a bit of a dick. I've ever since the nonsense about him leaking information from the dressing room to the media last season, my estimation of the person has dropped pretty dramatically. And just in this game, his interactions with everyone around him, it's like he's trying to separate himself from the chaos back there, but he's making mistakes as well, right? Like, nobody has conceded more goals from outside the box this season. In fairness, they've conceded as many goals as pretty much everyone else, but yeah, he's done some good things, but I just feel like he's not a great teammate, personally. Just not a fan. That was basically it.
He has very English goalie vibes. They're always yelling.
Yeah, but there's yelling and then there's blaming, right? Like Pickford yells, but
yeah, true.
I don't think people dislike Pickford, but I don't think anyone's a fan of Henderson. But yeah, anyway, it's basically it. It's a bit of a dick. Yeah.
I don't know how to transition from bit of a dick to the Champions League draw, but here we are. The Champions League draw has just happened today.
You could have said, speaking of previous Champions League winners.
Dicks?
No, okay. Forest have won the Champions League, have they not?
I know, we went two different directions with that. I tried to take a guess at where you were going. I was way off base.
Okay.
And other teams that were way off base in the Champions League, you'll have noticed that Barcelona, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid are not in that Champions League draw. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, congratulations on Man United for their round of 32.
We said Champions League draw, but yeah, let's get this going. Man United versus Barcelona on Thursday nights. What a world we live in.
Yes, Lewandowski to Old Trafford, finally.
Lewandowski versus Ronaldo, yeah. Europa is the new champs.
If Ronaldo is still there at that point.
He'll be there,
No one's taking him.
Yeah.
No one's taking him.
No one's taking him.
I'm not even going to kid myself.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, back to Champions League. We got some enticing matchups. Liverpool, Real Madrid.
Yeah,
Bayern, PSG.
I watched something day before yesterday. What is the dream draw? And those two came up. It feels rigged sometimes. Well, I'm just gonna say it feels rigged. That's all I'm gonna say.
You don't have to say sometimes.
Yeah, it's just
That's a Tony conspiracy theory that I can get behind for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but good draw. Repeat of last year's final. Was it? Yeah, repeat of last year's final. Liverpool versus Real. So.
And a repeat of the final the year before that as well with PSG Bayern.
Not the year. Chelsea won the year before that, no? So, yeah.
Yeah, we did. How can you forget that?
2 years before that.
Because it was such a forgettable game, Tom.
It was, yeah. But,
all that happened in that game was Havertz scored a goal and Rudiger smashed De Bruyne's face in.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember then?
You see Rudiger's face recently after he scored the winner against Shaq?
Yeah, he's had a rough time.
It was rough.
I mean, in terms of injuries. What do we see here?
Chelsea have drawn Dortmund. How are you feeling about that, Tommy?
Yeah, I thought, because the Champions League draw is rigged. I thought for sure we're getting PSG because we always get PSG. So this is a welcome surprise, a different team to play in the Champions League. So
They're a young
yeah,
team.
you know what the thing is, after
Bellingham is going to destroy your midfield.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think so. That's what I mean. I don't think this is a walk in the park in any case. We're not in the spot to do that. But it's a more favorable draw than I expected. But it's not an easy draw.
I will say I think Potter's football is really suited to Europe. I'm not quite sure it's as dynamic in the Premier League. But you guys have been fantastic in Europe this season, right? Like, since he came in, basically.
Yeah. Since he came in, he's been unbeatable.
Yeah, actually. I think he's won all 4 of his games. He won all 4 of his games, didn't he? Yeah. Or did he draw with...
I think
he drew with
last
Salzburg. You didn't draw your last. Did you draw your last one? Oh, okay.
I think he did.
Who did you play? Can't remember. But...
I think it was Dinamo Zagreb in the last one. Don't quote me on that.
Either way, we still finished top of the group, and we get Dortmund. So hey, okay.
Yeah. That was it. They have a couple of forwards, Mukuku and Karim Adeyemi. Very dynamic, very exciting, not very clinical, but they're gonna have quite a bit of fun running at your back line. They get the opportunity. PSG, they finished second in their group. They were the team everyone wanted to avoid. They had an identical record.
Can we talk about how they
finished?
That was hilarious.
6 past Maccabi Haifa is so funny.
Yep.
One goal is what caused that. A late goal. That's insane. They finished with absolutely identical goals for, goals against, and the reason why
it was the away goals, wasn't it?
Yeah, away goals is why Benfica got the top of the group. That's unreal.
See, UEFA, you try to kill off away goals and they still come back.
Yeah. Who
are
you backing for that tie, by the way? PSG, Bayern.
I'm backing PSG.
Oh, Lewandowski's not there anymore. He's back in PSG.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's there?
More because I want it to happen.
Bayern.
I'm backing Bayern.
Okay. You know me, I'm backing PSG. So, yeah. I think Kylian's going to have fun with that back line.
AC Milan and Tottenham Hotspur. That seems like another good matchup.
I don't know how Tottenham... I don't know how they qualify. That's how they qualify. It's Kolasinac. Yeah. Yeah, did you guys see the Tottenham-Marseille game?
So, I did watch that one, but I am so excited for Giroud in the knockouts of the Champions League again.
That's right.
Do you see the late winner he scored on the weekend?
Yes, beauty.
Do you see the celebration afterwards?
Even better.
Oh, baby. Did you see him get a second yellow card for taking his shirt off? Yeah.
Are you serious? He did?
Yeah.
That is typical Giroud.
It's so funny. I loved it so much.
Giroud, man. He's
so dumb but so sexy.
The question is, will Conte win a game in Europe and the knockout stage?
Has he not won a single game in the knockout stage?
It's been a long time, I think. No, I think it's been since 2012 since he's won a knockout.
He doesn't qualify for the knockouts. This was basically, and they almost screwed it up, but Kolasinac. I don't know. I think, if Kulusevski and Son are back, Kulusevski is back, you have to think they have too much for AC Milan, and I don't know. Tottenham are just a weird team. You never really know what you're gonna get with them, but
they haven't really had their front three all fit at the same time all season, pretty much. And again, like you said, I think it's going to be the case of how fit are Spurs' front three. If all three are fit, I think Spurs take that, and if not, I think Milan have a good chance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. But yeah, I hate Tottenham, so I'm backing AC.
Yeah.
Who did City get? I'm not seeing
I don't
it
know.
here.
I don't know.
RB
Probably
Leipzig.
Bruges. Oh, Leipzig. Okay.
Leipzig?
They got
Okay.
Leipzig.
They will-
Bruges are playing Benfica. So
That would be a good
PSG not finishing first in their group means that they don't get to play Bruges, and I think that's funny.
They are absolutely gonna batter Leipzig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that is. Oh, we did miss out on Inter against Porto, which should be fun. if
Oh, that
nothing
should be a
else.
good matchup. Yeah.
How did
Porto will
Atletico
probably just be
finish?
Porto will probably just be glad
yeah.
that they're not playing Liverpool in the second round for once.
Atletico finishing bottom of that group is crazy. By the
We
way,
will not be seeing any Atletico Madrid shithousery in the knockout stages, which
not even Europa.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't even make it down to Europa like Juventus and Barcelona.
Did Juventus make it into Europe? Oh, they did. They did.
They
Yeah,
did,
they did.
yes.
Just
yes.
about. Just about.
And good news about Juventus is
Have they
who's back
sacked
from
Allegri
injury.
yet?
No, who's back from injury
Oh,
now?
Chiesa. Yep.
Chiesa is back from injury
Yeah,
now,
he came
and he
back
looked
against
good.
PSG.
So yeah, I'm
Uh,
glad that he's back.
I like Chiesa, man. Really good player.
He's such a good player.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think that's everything we had to cover for today. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442 and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for joining me, Tommy.
Cheers, guys.
All the way from Montreal, I want to say.
The wilderness.
yeah.
The wilderness.
The wilderness.
Yeah.
Out in
The
the
wilderness
yeah.
of downtown Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Pleasure as always, boys. Enjoyed the chat.
Pleasure was definitely all yours today.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.